Richard, how are you? Good morning.
Good morning, Richa. How am I? How am I? Doing good. Alive is all I can say.
So you are going to take up SA and PU both?
Yes. But PO in the end, I won't be there, Richa. I will just leave once I finish my role. I need to head out.
Okay. So you want me to take that up then at the end?
Yes. Voting link, I have already
I
put out
saw
all
your
the
message.
names. Yeah. Only
Ramesh
Grum.
sent me.
Hmm.
Oh, Priyanka is the speaker. I thought Ramesh is the speaker. Okay, works. And the timer also. Okay.
If you want, skip the grammarian part. I know.
No, there is no grammarian as of now.
Correct. Skip it if possible.
Okay, I'll just be back in 2 minutes. Okay.
Sure.
Shall we start calling up people? Whoever hasn't joined.
Morning. Hello, everyone.
Hello, Garima. Hello, Sheetal.
I thought you're not joining, Richard. Or
Yeah, I will leave. I'll take up the PO and SA and I will leave.
okay.
Hello, Ritvij. Hello, Anish.
Hello.
Is
Good morning.
Garima is there. Nivedita,
Am I audible?
Priyanka, Nivedita,
Yes, you
Seshadri.
are.
Anadu. Priyanka is there, right?
Hello, Priyanka. Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning, Sheshadri.
Just a simple audio and video check. Am I audible? And
Yes, you
well,
are audible. Yes, you're audible and visible. A simple audio video check is complete, Sheshadri. Who else is left? Nivedita and Raman. Okay.
Raman joining. Let me call up Nivedita.
Okay.
Hello everyone, good morning.
Good morning, Raman.
Yeah, she's in.
Awesome. We are starting bang on time. That's good to hear. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you. Good morning again, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Richard, and I will be the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I welcome you all to 140th meeting of Speaker Squad Toastmasters Club. Now, before starting the meeting, I would like to mention the three ground rules that we follow in Toastmasters meeting. In the Toastmasters community, it is important to refrain from discussing topics such as tech, religion, and politics. When you're not speaking, please click on the mute button. When you're not in front of the camera, please turn off your video. Now, as you know, everybody in their life has a mission to achieve the goals. Our Toastmaster Club also has a mission. The mission of Toastmaster Club is to provide a mutually supportive and a positive learning environment in which every member has the opportunity to develop two skills importantly. One is communication skills, the second one being the leadership skills, which in turn foster self confidence and personal growth. With this, I would like to invite our presiding officer, who is none other than me, a bit of a fitness enthusiast, uh, probably is more disciplined than is required, is what I would say, and is a lover of reader of non-fiction books. Toastmasters International is a non-profit educational organization. Like I said, it teaches two main skills. One is public speaking and one is leadership skills through its worldwide network of clubs. Toastmasters was founded in the year 1924 by a person called Ralph Smedley. He's a Fullerton, California insurance salesman who wanted to improve his communication skills or public speaking skills just like any of us. So, what he did, he gathered a group of friends and colleagues and they began meeting regularly to practice giving speeches and receive feedback from each other. Now, Toastmasters has helped millions improve their communication and leadership skills. With this, I would like to call this meeting to order. Now, recently, I've been all over the place in terms of my own daily routines, is what I would say. And with all the chaos that is happening in my own life, there's something that I read somewhere. In life, we often face situations and people that can shake us to our core. But remember, it's how we react to these challenges that truly define us. So imagine yourself as a bottle, and the content within the bottle is your emotions and reactions. So if you're like a bottle of a soda, you can explode when the pressure becomes too much. However, if you choose to be like a bottle of water, you can remain calm and collected even when somebody tries to rattle you. So the key is not to let the outside world disrupt your inner peace. Just like water, strive to maintain your calmness even when things get tough. By staying composed, you will also be able to navigate through any situations with grace and resilience. So the message for today is, so let's be a bottle of water, not a bottle of soda. I do not have any announcements this week. Do we have any guests? We have already got an introduction from Anthony, Ritviz as well, Anish as well. So with that, we I would like to go straight forward and introduce our Toastmaster of the day. She's originally from Bangalore. She is an avid reader and gardener and a great parent. Probably something that I would like to take tips from her probably in coming years is something that I would say. Nivedita is currently an assistant manager at EY, and her favorite quote is, action is the mother of all accomplishments. I repeat, action is mother of all accomplishments. So please welcome our Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Nivedita.
Thank you, Toastmaster Richard. Firstly, I would like to thank you for stepping up and filling the roles. It's commendable. Thanks again. So, all right. Good morning, everyone. I'm Nivedita, and I will be your host for today's meeting. And I'm invigorated to discuss this topic, which is very close to my heart. As you already know, we are going to talk about hair care today, right? Before deep diving into how to take care of your hair, let's first try and understand what are the root cause for any hair problems. Before I give out the answer, I want anybody from the audience to unmute and let me know the top three reasons for any hair damage or any hair problem. Anyone?
Chemicals.
Excess usage
Nutritional
of chemicals.
deficiency,
Okay. Anything
lifestyle,
else?
lifestyle.
Correct. So you guys almost covered it, right? So these are the top reasons, like unhealthy lifestyles or insufficient water intake. In my opinion, that is one of the main problems, and summer is here. So I think we need to end up taking close to 3 to 4 liters of water is what I personally feel, and I end up taking that. Other than that, irregular sleep pattern or usage of hair dryer, straightener, or a curler. On top of my list is stress. The work life has become so hectic. So stress is also one of the top reasons, in my opinion, because of which we come across this hair damage. Okay. Now, let's try and understand how can we actually take care of our hair even in this busy lifestyle. I'm just gonna share you few tips and tricks which I personally use in order to manage the hair fall and also ensure that I get, little shine and a luscious hair. Couple of steps I religiously follow is oiling. There is no other alternative for that. Shampooing or conditioner and a hair mask. I try and get all three of them of the same company, or yeah, basically same company. And I also use I also use hair serum, which is similar to our face serum. Trust me, it definitely works. If I am occupied and I can't use any of the hair oil, I ensure I use a night cream. This is one of the night creams. I don't know if you can actually see that. This is one of the night creams that I use. And yeah, the next day morning, if I have any meetings or something, that really covers any damage that is there on the hair, right? Now, along with all these things, I also encourage you guys to use a right comb based on your hair type. And while drying your hair, do not use any, what do you call that? A dryer or a blow dryer, right? So try and avoid using that, and try to dry your hair as much as possible naturally. So in a nutshell, this is how my complete hair care routine looks like. Um, Now, let's talk about the first point, which is hair care. I can't stress enough on oiling your hair before you shampoo. It's been a decade or beyond that. Every single time before I take a head bath, I ensure that I oil my hair. If I'm completely swamped with work, then I ensure at least 2 to 3 minutes of nice head massage I give, and I'm good to go with. But if I am free, I ensure that I take close to half a cup of oil, warm it, and then apply onto my hair. This is how I do. Anybody from the audience would like to share what is your hair care routine, and what is that you religiously follow to ensure that you take good care of your hair? You must be having the other routine, right? Anybody would like to share?
So with me, it is the same thing, oiling the hair every night. And once in a while, I use egg. That is all as a mask.
Yes. Egg is another excellent, what do you call, mask that we can use. I think even curd. So I've heard of these things. Anybody else? Raman looks like little off, so I'm just pointing him out. Yeah. Anyone else would like to share?
I could go.
Yeah, I
Go ahead,
do. Sorry, I do use serum.
Yeah, anyone.
I do use serum at night, and serum even after, sometimes after or before head bath. So I mix it up. But yeah, this is something I got used to when one of my friends told me about few from one of the brands which she uses. So I just tried with those, and it's something new I'm trying, is what I can tell. Otherwise, it used to be for a long time. It used to be just the oil and shampoo thing routine that I've changed to serum and mask and other things.
Good to know that even men, are showing interest in hair care products and all. So yeah, Richa, would you like to share?
Yep. So one of the things I feel is our hair requires a lot of vitamin E, and because I've been working out a lot, I feel that a lot of the times there's a lot of additional stress the body has, so vitamin E doesn't really reach. So I add a capsule of vitamin E to my hair oil and apply it as well.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things which I found that helps.
True. So that's what I was trying to say, right? Like everybody has one or the other routine, the best routine that we follow. And I just wanted to hear the same from you all. Now that we understand the importance of oiling, let's try and understand the different types of oil that is available in the market. We all know there are the market is huge. You have different types of products, which is pure, which is also chemical based, right? Few products that I rely upon is almond oil, argan oil, castor oil, or just the basic coconut oil. I use these kind of oils, prepare my own set of oil at home, and it actually helps my family. I prepare it in a way that it helps them based on their hair type. I have different bottles for my daughter, one for me and my husband and my son. So this is how I prepare, and then it is a huge topic. So I'll take a different session possibly on how do I prepare it at home. But just to give you a gist of what I do is I generally take this. I purchase this. Usually, I get buy one get one offer. So whenever there is an offer, I ensure that I grab this and the parachute oil. And along with that, I also bring the argan oil. This costs around 5K, and this stays or lasts up to 2.5 years. So based on the expiry date of the products, I go ahead and buy this. Whatever products that I buy that in the pure original form so that I can blend it however I want. So if I'm talking about argan oil, I ensure that I use this on the face without a second thought, and I can use this on the hair as a hair oil as well. So when I'm using this as a hair oil, I mix all of these products, and I also add curry leaves or hibiscus flower or the leaves. I boil it properly. And one thing I missed was this vitamin E capsule that Richa was referring to. I use that as well. So once I make the concoction of all these things, I let it um, cool overnight, and then the next day you can just fill it in the own bottle, and then you can apply it. This, in my opinion, is cost effective. It might cost close to 3,000, but it will last somewhere close to 6 to 8 months. On the contrary, you may have to buy close to 250 or 300 ml worth bottle for around 350 or 400 bucks. This is what I understand. So when I do a cost analysis, I find this more effective. So yeah, I encourage you all to prepare one at home, and yeah, it's a pocket friendly as well. All right, now that we understand the different types of oils and how to prepare that at home, it's time for us to start our Toastmaster session. And in order to do that, let me help you understand how any Toastmaster sessions are conducted. Any meeting is basically divided into three parts. One is the prepared speeches, the other one is the fun-filled table topic session, the third one is the evaluation section. Now, the prepared speeches is given by our members who prepares for 5 to 7 minutes in advance, and these speeches will have a set objective and an individual evaluator. The second one, the table topic section, it can be any guest or the audience or the existing members can come up and then give a 1 or 2 minute speech on the topics given by the table topic master. The third one is very important, as I already said, evaluation section, where our general evaluator for the day will give us a report on the entire meeting today. So having said that, let me invite on the stage our general evaluator for the day, Toastmaster Sheetal. So Toastmaster Sheetal is always looking for new ways to improve her communication skills, and she is a firm believer in the quote that goes like, one should never stop learning because life never stops teaching. Please welcome Toastmaster Sheetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nivedita. Good morning, Toastmasters and dear guests. So I'll be playing the role of general evaluator for today. I'll be making a note of everything that has already happened before the meeting and that is going to happen during the meeting. The most important aspect of Toastmasters is evaluation. With their active listening, critical thinking, and positive feedback, they are going to help us be better versions of ourselves. So let me go ahead and start introducing the tag team who will help with the evaluation for today. So it is important for us to get the message across in the allowed time and for the meeting to run as per the schedule. So our timer for today is a data engineer who hails from Odisha. She's been a Toastmaster since 2018 and is passionate about using her skills to help others. In her spare time, she enjoys sports, puzzles, and working out. Please welcome Toastmaster Richard. Toastmaster Richard.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sheetal. Hello, everyone. As I am the timer for today, I would be introducing what are the timings each of our prepared speakers or table topic speakers or the evaluators are supposed to take. But let's ponder on why do we need to time ourselves, right? So As the mission of our Toastmaster Club or any Toastmaster clubs around the world goes, that we provide a supportive and encouraging environment. Uh, so we need everyone to come up on the stage, and to ensure that everyone gets a fair chance, we need to ensure that we speak within the allotted time limit, and hence timer rule. Let's start with how I'll time my, or what are the timings and how I'll showcase the time. So we have three segments. The first is the prepared speech. The prepared speech timings are 5 minutes. Green card, which you'll see in my background. 6 minutes. Yellow card, which you'll see again in my background. 7 minutes. Red card, you'll see again on my background, right? So that's for prepared speech section. For table topic section, the timings are green 1.5, yellow, green 1 minute, green, yellow 1.5 minutes, and red 2 minutes. So that's the timing for table topics. For the evaluation section, the timings are 2 minutes green card, 2.5 minutes yellow card, and 3 minutes red card. Each speaker who takes the stage gets a grace period of 30 seconds after the red card to wrap up their speech. Beyond 30 seconds, they'll be disqualified for voting, or if it is a contest. With that, thank you all. I'll be timing you all throughout the meeting and come back at the end of the meeting with my report. Back to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Sheetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Richa, for giving the clarity and the details. I would request the speakers to pin Toastmaster Richa. Our counter tracks the usage of verbal pauses. Our counter for today is a project manager by profession. She loves to do art and craft, especially mud, mirror, and mandala art. So please welcome Toastmaster Garima. Toastmaster Garima.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sheetal. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. So, I, as an hour counter, my responsibility is to make note of the words and the sound which is used as a crutch or fillers. So, I'll be making note of the overused words like, so, or the sounds like that we often use as fillers in our conversations. So, at the end of the meeting, I'll be presenting my report for everyone to see. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Sheetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Garima. So we don't have grammarian for today, but I'm sure all of us are going to be mindful of the words that we are going to use and the sentences. Okay. Thank you, evaluation team. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Nivedita. I'll be coming at the end again when called upon by you to share the report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sheetal and the entire team. All right, before moving into the prepared speech section, I want to understand, or I want to give you an update on the different types of shampoo that we have available in the market. Back to hair care. Now, I have used both type of products where it is very expensive and pocket friendly as well. Back then, when I was using the expensive products, I used to have a good shine on my hair for the limited period. But now that I am little short on budget, thanks to my kids, so I choose the next best alternative, which I feel again is L'Oreal. I've been using it for close to 5 to 7 years. I see the similar impact. I don't see much change out there. Yeah, called a mask. I think most of you uses it. If otherwise, I recommend you to use this, because even if you spend a lot of money on the spa and all, what I understand from the professionals are, even they just apply the mask. It's just that like they have a fancy name onto that. But when they apply a mask, we will have to actually leave it for good half an hour or 45 minutes for for your hair to get good condition, right? So I do the same. Whenever I have free time, I apply either the mask or the conditioner, and I leave it on for good 25 to 30 minutes. And trust me, I get almost the similar effect that we get in the from the any professional while spending close to 2K or something on the hair spa. So instead of that, you can take this as a best alternative. I hope this works, and it really helps you all. So with that, Let me dive into the prepared speeches section. As we all know, we have two prepared speeches for the day. And before starting the first speech, let me call upon our first evaluator, DTM Richa. And yeah, Richa is actually one of the self-motivated individuals I have come across, and she is definitely a fitness enthusiast. She is a data engineer by profession, and she is from Odisha. Please welcome DTM Richa to set the objective for our first speaker.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nivedita, for introducing me again in the same meeting. Anyways, so our first speaker today is our guest from the NHCE Toastmasters Club, and she is attempting her level 4 speech, which is a public relations strategy project. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice the skills needed to effectively use public relations strategies for any group or situation. The member is supposed to share some of the public relations strategy which they worked on. They will be delivering an engaging and well organized speech about a real or a hypothetical public relations strategy. With that, all the best to you, Priyanka. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Yes, our first speaker has a passion for mandala art, and this is where her creativity flourishes. But beyond the delicate strokes of her art, she exhibits courage and determination as a kabaddi player. That's impressive. She's been a Toastmaster for 1.5 years and finds Toastmaster her happy place. Please welcome Toastmaster Priyanka to deliver her first speech. Toastmaster Priyanka, Taco Relations Toastmaster Priyanka.
Good morning, everyone. Am I visible and audible? And I have to share my screen.
Yes.
So put on my other system, just check if it's fine. And if it's visible, just let me know if it's perfect. Are you guys able to see my screen?
Yes, yes,
Yes. Yeah.
Am I audible and visible and my screen is seen? Or
yes.
fine. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. Public relations strategies, a pathway which I wanted to take and look into even deeper. But yes, I'm here presenting my speech today, public relations strategies. Firstly, let us look into what is public relations. Most of us sitting here might have seen our PR term work on it or our VPPR running behind all of this, but we never have analyzed or sat together to look at what just happens behind the end. So, according to our Toastmasters, I am defining public relations for all of you through my presentation and also letting you know the basic things that we as members of the club should be aware of when it comes to public relations at the back end. We always look at the beautiful Canva templates, the beautiful posters which are released. Now and then we keep looking at them in the WhatsApp or in Instagram. There is so much that goes behind the end, the color palette, the brand kit, so many of such things work behind. And exactly we through public relations we promote our organization or a particular individual to a large number of audience, might be the public or to any kind of people or a troop of people. That's how we put forward this. There are many tactics we learn through it, but we also try to build a positive opinion to the individuals that we are looking for or exist an opinion and try to remove the negative opinions which are already there. And our Toastmasters fraternity also has the same kind of purposes through public relation. That is, first thing is you have to create a positive opinion which did not exist in prior, or the group is not aware of something like that. Second thing is whatever the existing opinion is that we build on that opinion like in hierarchy. We improve the positives on that same note, and the next thing is to neutralize or cut down the negatives. We always have some or the other places where we try to be portrayed negative. That's where we cut down. And it's one of the purposes in our public relations of Toastmasters. And today I'm here talking about a real situation as when I was the SA for the previous term of the club, I took up an initiative for public relations being an SAA. When it comes to SA, the first thing we all look up to is we just think that they have to start the meeting, there should be energy and all of this. Well, I'm here to talk about my TACO relations, which happened in the term when I was the SAA. TACO relations I'm here to talk about is we having our outdoor meeting, first outdoor meeting of the club at California Burrito. a place which is situated in HSR. They have many branches. We took our first public relation initiative, which happened with an outdoor meeting where we were close to doing our open house in the next month. The strategy we took up is to promote our open house session and reveal the dates of the open house with an outdoor meeting venue so that it will be creative and yet vibrant and different. How many did your club have an outdoor meeting? Yes or no? Well, then that's a strategy to have an outdoor meeting very soon. So that was our first outdoor meeting at California Burrito. Now, looking at the aspects, why was I wanting an outdoor meeting to carry out this PR initiative? We can do it sitting in the online, like sitting here, or we could have thought about doing our normal regular meetings in the usual classrooms that we do at New Horizon, which is like continuing our class for the next 1 hour to just changing of members and just taking our new role. For us as a college people, it's very important to have a change of venue because we try to look for something different rather than sitting in the same college background. The first thing that has helped us is the interdisciplinary collaboration. I almost worked for 1.5 months. I talked to the people of California Burrito. That's when I got to know there is a PR team for them also. They also have to promote themselves. So they had a PR team on their own. And the first thing they asked me to was to contact their VPPR, the public relations person. I spoke to them. They asked me what will I get in return if I'm going to allow you to showcase or put forward your meeting in one of the outdoor places. So I learned all the three P's, that is to process the thing, pertain to what was needed, and also penetrate of what we learned to the people there, or make sure that they know about Toastmasters. Because the first thing the person asked me is Santosh. He was like, "What what are you thinking that we will get through it?" And his first question is, "What is Toastmasters?" My motto of reaching to a person who has no idea about Toastmasters was clear there, because I had to make him explain to the whole process from our pathway, from our website to a regular meetings Vita. He thought it will be only one meeting, and the next question he asked me is, "How long will it take?" And I said, "It's just 1.5 hours." So he was like, "Every week you meet for 1.5 hours?" I was like, "Yes, we do meet." So that was the kind of collaboration I wanted to form the scratch till the end. And that's what I gained through the interdisciplinary collaboration perspective. Nextly, talking about the thing that I said, I passed the message of Toastmasters to an unaware group of people. I had lots of questions. The people there were confused, but yet I sustained and I was able to create my outdoor meeting with all the facilities by being a little more gentle, kind, and would take a little time to explain. But I don't think if I'm the club member now goes and asks California Burrito, is it possible for a meeting? They know everything about it. They have already had an hands-on experience with the meeting, so it will be very easy for the next club to do it there. If each of us start that, I think we can reach a lot of people. The next thing I would be like talking about is the main thing, the face or the fuel tool for us to promote the PRs is our social media promotions, which we do. Well, we were in the beginning stages, and doing things on social media for our VPPR was a quite difficult, and she was a new person. But yet I took many initiatives to make a video of coming soon to the open house thing. And yes, that finally happened. And we also had our open house, which was successfully held. We had a lot of pictures which we took to be put on Instagram. We had to even help and promote the California Burrito Instagram page. So we had to tag them. A lot of things went on that hand. We made a video to be put on Instagram for revealing our open house, which was our objective. And those objectives were perfectly fulfilled, and I was very happy looking at the results that we got. Apart from that, a different and vibrant atmosphere. How many of us will like to sit in the same place and look at things, or like I am a person who prefers environment, greenery, or a vibrant nature. We got something over there which most of us will like to have rather than sitting in the same background atmosphere with a blur background and nothing might always be the same. Well, that's the taco relations I was talking about, and I have an happy fraternity, which is my Toastmasters NHCE, and always I would like to take up such strategies, if not hypothetical. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka. It reminds me of California Burrito now. You never know, evening I might visit. And thank you again for helping us understand your journey to promote your club and the open house. That was interesting and motivating as well. Thanks again. Okay, now it's time for our second speech. And for that, let me call upon our second evaluator, Toastmaster Raman. Raman comes with 15 years of experience in finance, and he is a seasoned professional. He joined Toastmaster not just to excel in his career, but also to become an effective leader. He's a team player who values collaboration. Please join me in welcoming Toastmaster Raman.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nivedita. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Thank you. So Toastmaster, I would be evaluating the speech or the project presentation by Toastmaster Sheshadri. He would be attempting his level 1 project 4. And the purpose statements read as follows. The purpose of this project is to practice applying feedback and serve as a speech evaluator during a club meeting. The purpose of this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from the evaluator. This is the first speech in this particular combination combo speeches, which will be back to back. It's called evaluation and feedback for speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Nivedita. All the best, Toastmaster Sheshadri. Thank you.
Thank you. Our second speaker is a full stack engineer by profession. He loves to travel to explore various culture, food, and stories. Apart from reading and writing, he loves to cycle and walk around his place. He believes if you can only do what you can do, you will never be more than what you are now. Please welcome Toastmaster Sheshadri to deliver the next speech. Toastmaster Sheshadri, how I wonder, Toastmaster Sheshadri.
If you only do what you can do, you can never be more than you are now. Words by Master Shifu from the movie Kung Fu Panda. Dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, you can never underestimate the impact an imaginary character may have on your life. Such was the case for me when I read the book titled The Little Prince. I'm going to share my experience and thoughts on that to you all. Before that, I have a question for you all. How many of you have sat down and had a conversation with a little kid? Easily? The little kid, like any conversation, be it smaller or longer, be it serious or jovial. Can anyone share a word about their experience with them? Like, how do you tag that experience with the conversation?
It's random in nature.
Right. Nice. Random. Definitely, I agree. And any other? Sorry?
Mischievous, inquisitive.
Yes, exactly. So I always tag this as a relishing experience. Why? On an average, a 4-year-old toddler asks around 300 questions a day. How many of you all know that? 300 questions a day compared to adults who asks barely around 20 to 30. I wonder why. Basically, the children wants to understand the things that they do not know. I leave the case of the adults to your thoughts. In this book, the little prince is such a kid, curious, random, lively, and lovely. So, the author in this book is a pilot, and he tells about his meet with the prince. The prince, he is such a kid that asks a lot of questions and does not leave you until you answer each and every one of the questions. But in turn, if we ask him a question, he doesn't even hears us out. So unfair. In this book, the author is a pilot and survives a plane crash in the middle of a desert. He tries to repair the aircraft with very little food reserve that he has and with very little minimal tools that he had. What he does is he tries to repair in the middle of the desert an aircraft, and he happens to meet this little prince, a little kid, in a very unexpected way. The story goes like this, okay? Just imagine a plane has crashed in the middle of a desert and he has very little food reserve and he is thousands of miles away from any human presence. At sunrise, a squeaky little voice approaches him and awakens him and asks, "If you please, draw me a sheep." Just imagine. Out of the blue, after calming himself, the author has a lot of question in his mind. And he asks, "Who are you? Where are you from? Like, how do you end up in this desert in the middle of nowhere? And can you help me out?" You see, this kid wants a sheep to be drawn, and you cannot escape him. Okay, the author resorts to the way of the prince or the sheep, sorry, the little kid. So he attempts different drawing, and nothing seems to satisfy this little kid. And after a while, he understood the little prince and draws a simple rectangular box. Just imagine, the kid wants a sheep. The author draws a rectangular box, and he says to the prince, "The sheep is inside the box." What? We call this a foul play or a fraud. Guess what? The prince is elated. He's very happy to see the sheep inside the box. But practically what you see is just a rectangle box. And the story continues like that, where the prince travels to different planets and tells the story of them, where he meets different people to the author. So see, though this book is a fantasy novella or made for children, or one could tag it as made for children, through this prince, the author asks a lot of questions that hit us directly, as grown-ups, the sad grown-ups, as what the little prince tag directly hit us on the face. He asks, I'll just point out a little few questions here. He asks why the grown-ups are so serious. Why the grown-ups are very strange. Why the grown-up, why do they all seem like they do not care about the little things? Why do the grown-ups think only about themselves? See, these all questions made me ponder. How have we grown up? So I would definitely suggest you all to read this book, The Little Prince by author Exubery. If you do read, it's just a little book, I'd say, where the author meets the little prince. He tags like the prince has the golden hair and has a shining yellow scarf around his neck. Jeff definitely wants me to read the book. And the prince says in one of the stories, the beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or touched. The beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or touched. They are felt with the heart. The little prince says that. Wonder why and what. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shishalji. The story was, yeah, it was different. One thing which I could hook up to was grown-ups are very serious, and I don't know, I think I could resonate with what you said. And the book, The Little Princess, we'll definitely try and have a quick look at that.
Little
Thanks
Prince.
again.
The Little Prince.
Little Prince, right? Yeah. All right. Thanks again. Again, I would like to thank both the speakers. The speeches were inspiring and definitely insightful. Now, let's move on to our table topic session. This is an opportunity for all of us to practice impromptu speaking. So I encourage everyone to participate and share your insights on the topics presented. Without further ado, let me dive into the table topic session. And in order to conduct that, we have Toastmaster Raman. I've already introduced him, so I will not take all of your time again and let you enjoy the impromptu speaking. Please welcome our topics master for the day, Toastmaster Raman.
Thank you once again, Toastmaster Nivedita. As the host for today's meeting mentioned, this segment, table topic segment, is for impromptu, for sharpening our impromptu skills. That is, preparing for short, crisp speeches unprepared. There comes a twist wherein you are forced to think. So in this segment, you learn the attribute or the skill to think quickly and respond quickly in very short span of time, as short as just 15 seconds. So you have just about 15 seconds to think on the topic and come up with a speech which is either humorous, creative, something inspiring, or any other genre that we normally use in Toastmaster speeches, prepared speeches. On that note, I would request the volunteers to use the raise button on top of your screen to volunteer, and we can see the cues falling in line. I've got 8 topics for today. I'm not sure how long we can carry on timer. Please give me a heads up once we are short of time. All right, we have Toastmaster Ritwij, who has volunteered first. Others, I would request to volunteer and start raising your hands eventually. I will share my screen. Let me know once it is visible to share the topics. Is my screen visible now? My screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Sure. Thank you. Thank you. All right, Toastmaster Ritwij. Choose one of the colors and I will click on that particular tab and you will know your topic. Let me know which color you would like to choose. Crimson, amber, gold, teal.
Yeah.
All right, so teal it is. Okay, your topic is if you had a top-end camera suitable for wildlife photography, where or how would you start your adventure in wildlife photography? Over to you, Toastmaster Ritwij.
From the childhood, I always around being around the forest. So I love watching trees, woods, animals. So uh, if I was always wondering when I'll get the chance to to do the photography of various kinds of animals. So I usually love those mangrove areas. So I might consider in such situation to travel to the eastern side of our country where we can see such kind of surroundings. And I always wonder that how it all look like, as I am a bit curious also, as I have never visited those kind of place. So in future I might utilize that opportunity. So also I'd like to add that those cameras and those tools are very necessary. So in order to plan such things, uh, that kind of tools are a big motivator. So that's how I'd like to end my part.
Sure, thank you, Toastmaster Rich. It was crisp, and yes, and indeed we need the right set of tools and equipment to start our photography, and that's the start. And of course, a little bit of digging would help us to understand what kind of camera, lens, and other things would help in which kind of lighting setting and um, other parameters that would come into play. On that note, I would request next Toastmaster Kavita, to pick one of the colors. Let me share the screen quickly again. Let me know once it is visible. So Toastmaster Kavita, are you able to see my screen? You can just pick one color apart from the teal. Okay. Which color would you like to choose?
I would like to go with green color.
Green, okay, it's emerald. What would you do to curtail environmental pollution and global warming? What do you, Toastmaster Kavita?
When my husband started purchasing the groceries, the vegetables every day in the morning after going for a long walk in a botanical garden nearby my house, he usually carries a polythene bag. I always object that do not use the carry bag because we have to be role model for our kids. If you are using a polythene bag, probably our kids also will start using that. So each and every citizens of not only India, everybody has to have that small responsibility of not using the polythene bag. It's not just that if we are avoiding polythene bag, we'll be able to save the environment. It's just one of the factors. Similarly, we have a lot of things, even saving water, planting a lot of trees. So that um, awareness will come from each and every individual instead of preaching the others in the society. Then only we'll be able to give a good greenery or a good society to our next generation. It's not just that we have to publish or we have to preach someone or we have to get inspired by listening to some motivational speakers. That's not at all necessary. The small thing which we try to trigger from ourselves, and if we take actions from now on, from this second onwards, will be definitely give a better environment and will be.
Sure, thank you, Toastmaster Kavita. So it was indeed a good information shared by you. Yes, we can do our bit in curtailing the global warming in our own ways by switching more to eco-friendly or the green initiatives that are being circulated or timely being shared from different factions of society, and thereby we can do our bit in going green and curtailing environmental pollution. So next we have Toastmaster Richa as the participant. I would share my screen again. Give me a moment, please. So Toastmaster Richa, once the screen is visible, you can pick one color which we would like to go for.
Gold.
Gold, okay. You would like to go for gold, okay. Which one do you prefer, environmental simulation or natural habitat?
Let me ask you all a question. If I were to, or let's take it the other way. Let's go back to the year 2020 when all of us were forced to live inside our houses with simulating anything and everything that we wanted to do outside. Probably the simulation in the video environment, the virtual environment of meeting friends. We simulated that environment. We tried to form that bond with people online instead of meeting people outside. Instead of going out with friends on coffee outside, we tried and did that online. Instead of going for a walk outside, we tried to make a workout within our houses, right? How did that go? How many of you enjoyed that? I see a few no's. Anyone enjoy it? I see Nivedita raising yes, she's okay. So, but a lot of those were no's, right? Nonetheless, there were things which I think we all enjoyed doing, but there are things which we all wanted to go outside and do in the natural environment, in the natural way we are accustomed to doing. That's where I think I am inclined towards. Not everything that can be simulated, and not every simulated environment can be enjoyed. Howsoever, a simulated environment is very good for training purposes. If you want to learn something, if you want to train yourself for some new adventure or anything, go ahead, simulate it, give it a try, and prepare yourself for the real world. Howsoever, when you want to get the real feel, when you want to feel the connection with the nature, the best way is to go out and live in the natural habitat, right? With that said and done, given the opportunity, make the best use of whatever you have in your hand. All the best to everyone. Back to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Richa. It was, yes, indeed a thoughtful take on this particular topic. And of course, we all have our own preferences when it comes to when we choose a simulated environment against the natural habitat. Next, we have one more speaker who has volunteered, but if we have time, I would request other volunteers to pitch it one more. Okay, fine. Thanks, Toastmaster Richa. So I'll share the screen, Toastmaster Priyanka, and let me know once you're able to see the screen.
Yeah, I would go for Crimson.
Done, okay. Add a caption and elaborate to this picture.
Well, a very good morning to one and all present here again. The first thing that comes to my mind when I look at it is victory, joy, if I have to describe them in words, because something we all, the way I was witnessing this when I had my exams going on, and everyone around me was so into the launch that was going to happen. There were few who were very into the scientific perspective. There were few who wanted to enjoy the visuals that was coming up, and I had this set of friends of mine who were very interested in this aeronautical sciencing. They were very interested to know at what kilometer is it traveling, what is the turbulence that's happening. There was so much of things that was going around, but I, who was very bothered about my exam, was trying not to get distracted. But whenever I look at any launch that takes place, and especially recently at Chandrayaan, the first thing that comes to my mind is the struggle behind all of them. If we all are sitting here and are able to witness that even on television, there are millions of people or lakhs of people who have worked together to bring that visuals to us sitting here. So the first glimpses, or if I have to elaborate about what comes to my mind when I have to look about it, is the hard work and also the joy we all get looking at it as normal people. So I was thinking, what if I was a part of the aeronautical team and I was working towards it, because I was very passionate about being an astronaut back then. So I was thinking, what if I would have sat there and I would have enjoyed this victory of the right launch in the halls of the astronautical place or in the NASA. I was like so curious to know about their reactions, but I was trying to do my bit of research. I only found one YouTuber who was trying to make such glimpses, or her reaction being a part of this team. But I'm still curious to know from such people about how they've taken. Though I've been to a part of a aeronautical, have been to such a place and spoken to many people, I still want to look deep into it when I look at that picture. So thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Priyanka. Let's hear it for all the speakers for today for volunteering and joining once again. And I'll share my screen for one last time before I drop out to show the topics which were not taken. Just to reveal the topics. Suppose you were a penguin. Imagine and describe how your life would have been. This was not taken. And what's your favorite team sport and why? This was not taken. Moving in herd saves a lot of unwanted efforts and avoids unwanted risks. Do you agree? This was not taken as well. And lastly, does everything around us have a pattern? Or is it just us trying to establish patterns that don't really exist? Over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Raman. The topics were really interesting and it was heavy, if you ask me. Like, we really had to put our thinking hats on. Thanks for coming up with such interesting questions. Yes, now that we are done with the table topic session, let's move into the final segment of today's meeting, which is the evaluation section. So to conduct the evaluation, please welcome back to the stage our general evaluator, Toastmaster Sheetal. Over to you, Toastmaster Sheetal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nivedita. In the interest of time, I would like to start with the I would request Toastmaster Richa to share her evaluation for Toastmaster Priyanka.
Thank you, Toastmaster Cheetal. Hello, everyone, and hello, Toastmaster Priyanka. Now, when you are talking about public relations strategy and you bring up something like food, tacos, you are definitely bound to connect with an audience even though they do not know you, because food is what a lot of people bond over, right? A necessity. Kudos to you for bringing that out here in our club. And this was not new to me because I keep a tab on what's happening within our District 92. And I've definitely seen these posters out from NHC. It was a fantastic job and very good of you to use that in your speech as well, right? So let's start with what went well when a lot of things were really on points. First of all, meeting the objectives, sharing about the public relations that your club is doing, bang on, no doubt about it. The second thing, what I really loved about your speech today is the conversational style and your fluency of the language when you're speaking. So good. I think each of us should take back at you how easily you went on about your speech today. So that's something which is very difficult to find. The third thing which I really liked about is your hand gestures. Even though you were sitting and giving your speech, your hand gestures were very apt, very natural, right? It went with the flow, and that speech today. The fourth thing, which I think I really loved about your speech today, is your pitch and pace of your voice, right? So voice modulation has four parts. The pitch and pacing were very proper, and it really went along with the story that you were narrating today. I found that it was out of sync, or I found it difficult, or my interest in your story that did not happen because your voice modulation was very apt. So a lot of things went well. Now let's come to the things which could have been improved. And considering this is a level 4 project, I would take I would ask of you to put in a little bit effort when it comes to especially sharing the presentations, and you being the PR person, right? Now, you would have heard that too many more than 7 words per slide in a presentation are not recommended. And especially when you're sharing something with that we went outdoor and we did this, I don't think you really needed to share the writing of what PR means. Your words, your content did that for you. So you could have easily done without those slides today, the write-ups, right? The second thing which I think you could have improved in your speeches, your story had so many points to captivate the audience, right? So instead of starting with, hey everyone, let's talk about what a PR is, you could have started with capturing the audience attention at that point of time. What happens if you put college going teenagers, food, and a creative PR mind together? Hey, this is what happens, and we bond over, and that's where, right? So you captivate the audience right then and there, and then you take from there. So let's talk about this PR, just about social media posting and all, and then you could have gone it. So overall, Priyanka, your speech had every aspect of becoming a very good speech. Just make sure you try and hook the audience at points and do not give away your content. You will do super. All the best for your future, and back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Richa. Toastmaster Priyanka, for me, the biggest takeaway from your speech was collaboration, food, and communication can get you the desired results. Thank you for that. Well done. Let's go to Toastmaster Ramanan, who will be sharing the evaluation for Toastmaster Sheshadri. Over to you, Toastmaster Ramanan.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sheetal. How I wonder, a very crisp speech title, and it said it had a lot of an ambience of mystery around it, and the speech did reflect this mystery and which was narrated in the story. To present my elucidation of my observations, I would be segregating all these observations into three segments. Firstly, what went well, then what could have been different, and what Toastmaster Sheshadri could challenge himself to uplift his next project. So, hello everyone. What went well? Good speech title, crisp one, like I mentioned. It inspiring quote at the start from Kung Fu Panda, which most of us could relate. Although I had watched it very long time ago, but I do remember that tiny-looking Shifu character, of course, and audience interaction. There was question which was raised to the audience and responses which were received. And it had an engaging story, which kept the audience throughout the speech of 5 to 7 minutes. It was presented well within the time. That is also good, based on what I saw the timer. No, really. And then it was highly engaging. It was also captivating, and also it had the right certain words which are rarely used in a speech, like good words that were used, phrases as well as words which I noted include toddler, relishing, chivalrous, out of the blue. So these are few of the good words and phrases which were used, which I noted down, and good body language, and also hand gestures and movements across the floor area or the stage area which you were using. So what could have been different? Firstly, pronunciation of some words which I noticed, although pronunciation is not taken for evaluation, but I was find sharpening or fine tuning would help. Like share would pronounce something like share. So that could have been changed. And children wants to, grammatical error, children want to or wanted to. Story gives life in it. Okay, awesome. At some point of time, okay was used. Okay, all right. It gave an informal touch to the speech. So speech should be more like an essay. What we write in essay in a written form. It's got a literary element to it. Similarly, a speech should also have a literary touch to it, and try to avoid informal speech connotations. To uplift or to challenge yourself, two things I would recommend. First, try to use more voice modulation, more impactful voice modulation in your speech, and more importantly, eliminate how the opening, elucidate, not eliminate. Sorry, I'm bad with my own handwriting. So, okay, so elucidate how the speech title, your story content, and the opening quote which you said, how they all the three converge or correlate to each other. On that note, I would like to wish you the best for your next speech. Thank you. Thank you to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Shitu. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramanan, for the detailed evaluation. Toastmaster Sheshadri, after listening to the story or when you asked us that question about children, the immediate thing that came to my mind was just on Friday, I was riding my bicycle. I was going to the clubhouse. There was another very young boy who came beside me, right? He was also riding a bicycle. He tried to accelerate. The competitiveness is so much ingrained in the kids. And he looked back at me. And then he was like, oh, she's not speeding up. She doesn't want to compete with me. And then he slowed down and he started managing that pace. Then we had a conversation, which was really beautiful. Then we ended up driving together, right? Or riding together to the clubhouse. So kids, really unpredictable and very interesting. I think The Little Prince, my son has got the book. I think it was given in his school. So I'm really intrigued to go back and read. I will definitely be doing that because there were some open questions that I have in my mind, right? When you were talking about the story. How did the kid come there to the desert? What happened to the man? He did not have enough stuff to last longer. Did he survive or did he not? So all these questions, I definitely want to get some answers and I'll go back and read. Thank you. Now let's start with the evaluation from the tag team. Over to you, Toastmaster Risha, to share the timings for the speakers for both the table topics and speeches and evaluators as well. Over to you, Toastmaster Risha.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sheetal. Hello, everyone. I'm back with the timings report. The prepared speech section, Toastmaster Priyanka took 7 minutes, 24 seconds. Toastmaster Shishadri took 7 minutes, 07 seconds. Both of them used their time to the full and are still qualified for voting. Evaluators, Toastmaster Richard took 3 minutes, 32 seconds, and Toastmaster Raman took 3 minutes, 59 seconds. Both of them overshot the grace period. Toast in the table topics section, Toastmaster Ritvich took 1 minute 33 seconds, Kavita took 1 minute 44 seconds, I took 2 minutes 02 seconds, and Priyanka took 2 minutes 05 seconds. So all of them are qualified for voting. So yeah, that's where we are with the timings report. I think we did really well on the time today. With that, back to you, to General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Richa. Over to you, Toastmaster Garima, for giving the report on our counter.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sheetal. From our counter perspective, Richard started as SSA and PO. He was flawless. Following that, Sheetal as a GE, you were also flawless. Just a few pauses. No filler words or filler round sounds were used by you. Then TMOD Nivedita, there were few repetition of so and end and quite high amount of and a few pauses. So I'll share the numbers in the report shortly, and followed by Raman, also a few and pauses. Then Priyanka, while you were giving your speech, I had a network glitch, so I couldn't listen to your speech. But during your TTM, your table topic master attempt, you were flawless. So I couldn't find any uses of filler words and sounds or pauses. And Shishadri, in your speech, I could you repeat so and word a few times and a pauses. I mean, one or two times. So I think you can manage that next time. And Ritvij, you were the first one to nominate yourself for Tobil topic speech. So kudos to your confidence. Few pauses and two and repeated in your conversation, in your speech actually. Kavita, a few filler sounds were used in your speech as well. Yeah, that's it from my report. I will share it in the chat for you to refer.
Thank you, Toastmaster Garima. Thank you. Thank you for paying attention, listening to the words, the sentences, and sharing the positive feedback for us to improve. Thank you. So I'll get started with my general evaluator report. SAA. So Richard started the meeting with energy. He laid down the ground rules and he was also the presiding officer, but he did not forget to introduce himself. So that was a good part. And the story was really interesting. We always look forward for Richard's story whenever he's presenting as an PO. So being a bottle of water and not a bottle of soda. So how to respond to particular situations, how to take care of our emotions. That was really interesting. TMOD. Toastmaster Nivedita, you were in the present. You acknowledged the fact that the presiding officer highlighted, and you gave a very detailed about the theme initially. So yes, hair care, we had a fair idea what it is going to be, but now we want to dwell deeper into how to prepare the oil and what kind of shampoos to use. There are so many questions, we are looking forward for your next session. As you mentioned, you're going to have a detailed session. So it was a very interactive session. So just couple of days back, right, I was thinking my hair density is becoming really low, just starting this week. And I was going towards listing, okay, what could be the reasons? Mostly external. Okay, nothing. I was not looking at internal. It was all external. The water, the shampoo I'm using, or the mehendi, whatever it could be. And I started eliminating or changing few things. Right. I thought I'll get a softener installed in my shower. I made provisions for that. So I was doing it, and when this topic came up, it was really interesting and I was looking forward for it. So thank you for the session. So it was, so yes, you stopped at the shampoo. We are looking forward for if there is anything else that needs to be taken care of. And if you could share more tips in the chat, that would also be helpful. Thank you. And for the speeches also, you introduced the speakers and the evaluators. You also mentioned their speech topics, as well as you introduced who's going to be talking about it. That was really good. So, and you shared, once the speeches were done, you did share your take as well on each of the speeches. So that was good. That's all, Toastmaster Nivedita. It was a very interesting session today. Thank you. Coming to table topics, Master Toastmaster Ramanan, really awesome topics. As Toastmaster Nivedita already mentioned, it was really awesome. So usually, we are in the habit of asking people to pick numbers. Today, seeing and having to choose the colors was really interesting. See, when it is numbers, you always want to pick up your favorite number. That is the same thing with the color, but it is nice to see those colors. Visually, it is. It looks more beautiful. So, and the topics, I think everybody agrees, very interesting topics, really, where we had to think through before coming up with what needs to be spoken. So that was good. And apart from this, I have already shared my feedback for the speeches. One general thing that I also wanted to highlight is when we have to ensure if I'm visible or if I'm heard, we can do it before the session starts. We can always join a bit early and take care of that. When we are starting our speeches, I think we can avoid doing that. That would be nice. Apart from that, the meeting started on time. Of course, we did not have a grammarian. I believe this is a holiday season or the exam season. So there are challenges with people attending. But hopefully, I hope we are going to improve on that going forward. Yes, that is all I have for today. A very interesting and a nice session. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Nivedita.
Thank you, General Evaluator Sheetal, and rest of the team for your observations and the feedback. Okay, one thought I would like to share before we hand over the stage to DTM Richa. It goes like healthy hair starts with a simple care. So pamper it gently and let its beauty flare. With that thought, let me call upon DTM Richa. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nivedita. And I would like to hear from one or two folks. How did you enjoy the session? Oh, before that, before we go on and ask around, please, the voting link is on the chat. Go and vote for your favorite speaker, your favorite table topic speaker for the day. Role taker is right. This is to encourage people to give their best every session after session, right? Please go in, vote for who you think did a really great job in the meeting today. With that, yes, how did you find the meeting today? I see a thumbs up. 1, 2. Anyone wants to say a word or two?
Can I do so?
Yeah, feel free to.
Okay. So this is not my first meeting in Speaker Squad. So whenever I come here, I always have that warmth. I always feel comfortable. I don't feel like asking, can I do this? Can I not do this? And you guys have always been so lively, so friendly. And I was lacking a speaker slot since 2 to 3 days. And I remembered Ramesh and I texted him, can you please give me a slot? He didn't tell a no. I was like so happy because though I had my exams just finished yesterday, I had to sit down and prepare everything and be ready with my speech today. He still he didn't say a no. I was like so happy. I'm like, I have this club for me whenever I want, or I want to do something. This is one of the club I look up to, and I come and I feel that comfort. Though I was like so tired yesterday, I'm like, no, it's Speaker Squad, I can do it. I'll have that comfort. I can feel free to do whatever I want. It's okay even if I don't give my best. It's okay, I will learn from that. So the meeting was good, and I have to appreciate Nivedita for her excellent theme. I was mind blown with the theme that you put yesterday. I'm like, I was telling my mom, see, there is a meeting for you. You sit and listen to it, because she always is the one who takes care of my hair. I was like, sit and you listen to it, because she'll have a lot of tips. So thank you so much for that brilliant theme, and thank you to all of you, and good job to all the role takers, and looking forward to many more meetings over here.
I take that feedback not just for myself, on behalf of everyone in the club, all of the members. That's a really good feedback we get from our repetitive guests that we get in the meetings, right? People really do appreciate the welcoming nature that we have and the energy that we have in our club. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Priyanka, and we are really happy to have you back in our club uh, regularly to give speeches or take up roles even. With that, I hope all of you have voted, and let's hear. I see 10 people in the room right now, but just 7 responses. Anyone left to vote and would like to vote quickly before I close the voting responses? Even the guests are allowed to vote.
Hope you have voted, Richa.
My vote is yes. But yeah, okay, that's it then. So let's hear on the best role taker, which is between the Toastmaster of the Day, General Evaluator, and Table Topics Master of the Day. The vote goes to Toastmaster Raman for his very creative table topics session today. Nonetheless, I think I enjoyed even the TMOD and General Evaluator. It was a very tough uh, decision, I'm sure, for everyone to make today. The best auxiliary role taker was between Timer, Accounter, and Sergeant at Arms today, and the vote goes by a very narrow margin to me. Thank you so much for voting for me. But I'll tell you, I was really struggling with the timer today. I took up this role after a really long time. The best prepared speech goes to, by a small margin, to Toastmaster Seshadri, and I'm sure again it was a very difficult choice because the margin is just a small one. The best evaluator goes to me again, and thank you so much for voting. I was still overtime. Both of us were overtime, so neither of us actually eligible for voting. Best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Priyanka, and again a tough choice for everyone. All of them, whoever took the stage today, I'm sure were very well deserving of the award. Nonetheless, try and keep improving. Trust me, my friends, it took me more than 2 years to get my name, to get myself even one votes in those voting lists at times. So keep at it. You keep improving, and the improvement does show if you keep coming back meeting after meeting and taking up the stage, right? With that, anyone wants to share anything? If not, we are good to close 9 minutes ahead of our time. Yes, Garima, you want to share something?
Sorry, no.
Okay. For all those who did not get a chance to take up the stage or were apprehensive of taking the stage, I'll request please to come back the next Saturday at 10 a.m. and raise your hands for at least the table topics section. You know how friendly our club is. We appreciate you coming and taking the stage. With that, thank you all so much. Have a very nice weekend. See you. Yes, Toastmaster Sishad,
So
you
do
want
we
to say
take a
something?
picture like we usually do?
Yes, of course, if everyone is willing to. Everyone wants to come on camera? Does anyone else want to do the honors, or should I? Fine, I'll go ahead.
Yeah.
At the count of 3, 2, 1. Thank you all. Have a happy,
Thank you.
weekend. See you all next week.
Happy
Thank you,
weekend.
everyone. Happy weekend.
Bye bye, everyone. Happy weekend.
Thank you all.
Thank you all. Happy weekend.